Good morning. It's Sunday and I'm going to be headed to my friend's meeting this morning. It's like 8:30 now. I just got up. But I have to be there at 10:30 because I'm serving as tech host this morning. So I have to get there ahead of time and prepare everything so that we can Zoom our worship for the folks at home. Today, I'm going to be showing you what my life is on Sunday and showing you what I eat in a day as a person who doesn't eat any animal products. I usually have overnight oats like almost every morning, but I've just been failing to replenish my rolled oats, but I do have groats. I have oat groats, which are the whole kernel of the oats, and they're really, really good for you. They just take a long time to cook, but I cook them in my slow cooker, in my Instant Pot, and so I have them cooking right now, cooking for 8 hours. Let's check on them. I think they're okay. Oh, they're pretty dry. Oh, they're fine. But I think I'm going to put more water in them next time. I'm going to put a little soy milk. I usually don't like to cook it with soy milk because the soy milk gets a skin on it. But I just cook this with 2 cups of oats, 3.5 cups of water, and then half a cup of hemp protein powder, which is basically like hemp milk, powdered milk. And I'm going to throw in a bunch of cherries now. So it's the first time I put in the hemp powder. I think it just absorbed too much moisture. But it looks good, doesn't it? I'll come back to that in a while. Yeah, I'm not going to eat that for a little bit. Go outside and play with the dogs for a little bit, and then come in, take a shower, make my coffee, and then get ready, and then eat breakfast. Are you ready to play, Lila? Are you ready? Oh, babies. Hi. 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 Oh. Oh, it's so muddy. That's a lot. That's good. I'm gonna put just a drop of almond extract. Almond butter. No. Maple syrup. And how about a little flaxseed? Just black coffee today. I'm just out of time. Oh. 15 minutes. We're here. Weather permitting, I like to go for a walk after my meetings. It's been raining. Well, we had a hurricane come through here. It wasn't really a hurricane. It was a tropical storm. It was Helene. I can't say her name right. I feel guilty when I don't bring my dogs. This place is like on it the way home from my meeting. And it's like a good excuse for me to actually get out here by myself, because the dogs pull and stuff. They're not very peaceful. Trail's really washed out. So I've never actually hung out on that hammock before. I've always kind of wanted to. Just did it kind of like just for the video. But then when I got in it and I was just looking at the sky and the sway of the hammock, and oh my God, I ended up staying there for probably like 15 minutes and just relaxing. It was the best thing ever. Usually I'm like too hyperactive to even think of doing things like that.
You're listening to the People's Pharmacy with Joe and Terry Graydon.
Always there. And one of the reasons why I love this example is that the inside.
Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Woo. You got my shoe. Okay. I got a hummus roll. I got you roasted veggies, roasted veggies with goat cheese, and I just got a hummus wrap. Okay.
I'm gonna pop it. This is gonna be really pretty.
So what are you doing?
I'm starting the finish. I'm starting the finish on this ornament we've been calling a Harlequin because it's got 4 different woods in it: sycamore, cherry, walnut, and maple.
Okay, this is exciting. When you did Jordan's cutting board, she did a checkerboard cutting board. It was so amazing. When they popped it, it was like, wow, came to life. It's like a, it's alive kind of moment. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. It looks like a flower. I don't really know how hungry we're going to be for dinner. But I think I'm going to make it anyway. Tomorrow we'll just eat a little bit and then have leftovers tomorrow. I'm going to soak some cashews for our vegan ricotta cheese. And I'm going to soak those for a couple of hours. And I'm going to roast this curry squash. And what else? I could actually cook the pasta ahead of time, but I'm going to wait on that. I just need about a cup. Put that aside. Slipping on my hand. Okay, this is a hard one. Ah! So I'm putting this in the oven. The oven's set for 425, and I'll put them in the oven for about a half an hour. So while we are waiting for the squash to roast, let's just chat for a few minutes. Have some tea. Today's meeting, we talked about listening like a Quaker, like listening with a completely open mind, without prejudice. Not have your attention divided, like half of you is trying to formulate a response while the other half of you is listening. And the person who led worship was talking about a book, I guess, called Creative Listening. I'll have to look it up. If I find it, I'll put a link down below for it. And it's just all about that kind of listening, like just listening with your full attention. You just listen and don't worry about formulating a response, which is very, 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 very hard. And this is something that probably a lot of Quakers aspire to. And the woman who led worship, referencing this book, said that the results are transformative, like for the listener and the talker, just to be fully listened to be fully heard. So a woman in the meeting also mentioned that if everybody were to speak honestly and listen honestly and listen with full intent, that would create equality. That would absolutely create equality. Anyway, I thought that was really quite profound today. And I think about, like, my husband. Sometimes he thinks that I don't listen, and he doesn't like to be interrupted at all. And in the past, when I say in the past, I mean like an hour ago or a couple hours ago, I just thought he was kind of being a little unreasonable. Like, yeah, people do interrupt conversations. I mean, I'm not like a crazy interrupter, but like people do interject. That's how you get that kind of back and forth conversation. Otherwise, doesn't it just turn into a monologue? At least that's what I thought. And I haven't put it to the test yet, so we'll see how that goes. But I thought about how he sometimes says that he's frustrated that I don't always listen. And so today, after the meeting and after just thinking about things, I'm going to make it a point to really, really listen to him, to really, like, without assuming anything, no prejudice, and not trying to formulate a response. And I actually think, like, our friends, like the people in our life who are really close to our friends or spouses or siblings, they're the perfect people to practice this on, because if you don't respond to them, they're okay. You don't have to formulate. You don't have to cue a response for them, because they're just going to love you no matter what. It's not like you're at a work meeting or something and you kind of feel the pressure to come up with a clever or some kind of response. But with the people you really love, you don't have to do that. They'll understand. You could tell them what you're up to and they will get it. So I'm going to use my husband as a guinea pig, and let's see how much transformation comes from this. It's hard to do this, so hopefully I'm going to have to constantly remind myself to keep, to listen openly, which is also hard because that too divides your attention, right? Like constantly reminding yourself, and it's just hard to be absolutely 100% focused. It's probably unreasonable to even expect that, but I am going to aspire to give my all to Michael Wiseman. Just did it this way. That is so good. Oh my God. The brown miso, it's giving off bacon, kind of. You could probably put like some smoke in it and actually get kind of a bacony flavor. I'm not going to do that, but you could do that. This is really, really good. Look how pretty they are. I didn't cook the shells enough. I followed the instructions. I guess maybe the instructions are for like shells if you're gonna actually bake them later. You might want to test them before stuffing the shells just to make sure they're done. Okay. Well, we're gonna have dinner. These so pretty. That's the last thing I'll be eating today. So, thank you so much again for joining me today, joining me on my Sunday. It's been a real pleasure, and I will see you in the next video. And please, if you made it this far, consider liking, giving it an actual thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button if you want to be notified whenever I release a new video. All right, bye.
I'm just a girl, a wonderful girl, and the sweetest one in town. Can search for miles around, and no one like me can be found. I've got a smile, a wonderful smile, and a